Hi there, Facebook. My name is Ivan Fiyun. I'm a media coach for pastors and ministries. And in this live broadcast, I'm going to give you 9 ministry tips for pastors on Facebook, or Facebook ministry tips for pastors. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because I'm very encouraged by the ministry community, really responding really well to the videos that I've done in the past. I've done 2 or 3 on Facebook, just trying it out, and very, very encouraged. So let's get started. The first tip that I can give you, if you want to use Facebook as a way to minister to people, is be real and transparent. Okay? I can't say anything about that except it's a real value for people to see pastors or people in ministry living normal, real lives, especially for unbelievers or people that are not in the church culture. For them to see that you're a normal person doing normal things is very, very encouraging for most people, and that's really awesome. So number 2, when you receive comments, people asking questions or just saying something nice about a post that you did, or the way that you look in your swimming costume, or giving you encouraging words about a sermon that you did, be nice and reply to the people. If they post a comment on you, they're contributing to the value of your platform. So it's very important that you contribute and give back by acknowledging those that have commented on your platform in any way, shape or form, and just acknowledge them and say thank you, or giving a comment about the context that they're talking about, or whatever the case may be. That is very, very valuable for people. Number 3, you have to develop a thick skin. If you don't have one yet, but if you develop a thick skin, this will be easier for you. I've been on Facebook, ministering on Facebook for about 10, 12 years. But believe me, it's not easy. It's really tough. You will get people that's going to attack you. They say things about you. They'll write about you on other groups or platforms. And so what you've got to do is you just got to know exactly what God called you to do and be content with that and keep on doing what He's doing. If you let people's opinions about you thwart you and your mission that you receive from God, and using Facebook as a tool to minister all over the world, which Facebook gives you the capability to do, then you're going to fail in ministry, especially on this platform. And I don't know if you can see it, but my lips look a little bit pinkish. It's not really like that. It's something to do with the light. But anyway, grammar and punctuation is super important. So I see some pastors, especially on Messenger, when they have the inbox messages come, which uses SMS texting language, and they're also using abbreviations and stuff. You're a pastor. You need to use proper grammar and punctuation when you interact with people. You have a sense of excellence, a level of excellence that you need to maintain. So it's very important that you speak properly to people. If it's not through video and audio like this, then use proper punctuation, etc. Number 5, I think, use and accept friend requests. Many times when people send you a friend request, yes, they want to say, I'm friends with so-and-so on Facebook, and that's good for them. It's like something to brag about, yes, and I mean, give it to them. If the guy doesn't look weird and there's not funny profile picture, and yes, you can go and look at their profiles first and see if you want to be friends with them on Facebook. That's really tiring, because some pastors get a lot of friend requests, and so a mistake to make is not accepting the friend requests, because you have the potential to build a massive audience online using just Facebook. And if you ignore the friend request, then you diminish the possibility and the momentum that your platform could get over time. So it's very important that you go and accept those friend requests, because every single person that is sending you a friend request and you're connected to them, they represent a network. So if someone finds something that you did online, ministry, or just a video like this, and it's valuable to them, what they could do is they could share it, and most people have unbelieving friends as well on Facebook. So if they share your content online, it gives you visibility and increases your reach, etc. So it's very important to accept friend requests of most people. You can be selective if something doesn't look kosher or it's not looking... the person that's sending a friend request doesn't look kosher, then okay, then ignore it. But in most cases, accept the friend request. I think you might be astonished and surprised to see that you might accept a friend request, and that friend request is not only a ministry opportunity, like you could one-on-one be sharing the Word of God or whatever, but what could also happen is you could get invitations from people to go minister in other countries or at other churches. If you ignore the friend request, yes, they could send you an inbox message which you probably won't see, because if you don't pay attention to the friend request, the chances are you're not paying attention to the other thing. The other thing that I just spoke of is answering your inbox messages. So a lot of pastors get inbox messages and they completely ignore them. Look, if someone's sending you something, a request or something that you're not interested in, be nice to say, you know what, this is not aligned with our mission statement or what we want to do right now, or it's not where we're going, or it's not the right time for me, or I'm not really interested in that, but thank you for reaching out and stuff. Being courteous and just reaching out to people and just acknowledging their existence is very, very powerful. And it's a tool that you might want to use, especially if you're trying to build a ministry on Facebook. There's an occurrence online called trolling. So it's someone coming and really going after you and bad-mouthing you and giving you grief, etc. So don't entertain those. Two things. Don't ignore them, number one. Just acknowledge them and say, and just give a courteous reply or remark. Reply to them, be firm but polite, and just if they're going excessive, don't entertain them. So don't. It's like if you start with arguments, the Bible's very clear about this, about being in arguments about religious stuff. It's a waste of time and it's not conducive to spreading the gospel. So don't do that. If someone shares something or says something to you, then yes, go and acknowledge the person and just say, I hear your concern, this is my stance, and you don't have to defend anything that you know or that you believe in. Don't ignore them, because that could be detrimental, it could be bad, especially for you and your credibility. But when people say something, acknowledge it, reply, be courteous, be firm but polite, but don't ignore it. But on the other hand, don't get into arguments with people. And then finally, when you try to build a ministry online, make sure that you are connected to Facebook on mobile. So I have the Facebook app. So here's a couple of things that I want to share with you. Number one is the normal Facebook app, which gives you access to everything on Facebook. Number two, there's Facebook Lite. So if you have a phone or a bad connection, Facebook Lite gives you limited features, but you still have access and you can communicate, which is very important if you're building a ministry on Facebook. There's a Facebook Groups app. So if you're maintaining certain groups where you're ministering to people and answering questions, etc., so it's like a counseling group, you could use the Facebook Apps group for that. Then there's Facebook Pages, so you can manage all your pages that way. And there's mentions as well, so have a look at that. And that's basically everything. So quickly, let's recap. 9 Facebook ministry tips for pastors. Number 1, be real and transparent. Give people access to who you are and show them that you're a real person with normal life, etc. 2, answer every comment. 3, develop a thick skin if you haven't one already. 4, grammar and punctuation is very important. So, it could damage your credibility or what people think about you if you use SMS language, or if you speak weird or you just abbreviate everything. It's just not, a pastor shouldn't do that. Accept friend requests, because it's going to help you increase your ministry and it's going to increase your reach, the reach of your ministry, and where people can access you, especially if you don't have a page. If you don't have a page, then it's important for you to accept as many friend requests as possible, because you can later filter in your friends through to your page if you build one. Or did you know this, that you can convert your friend profile, your Facebook profile, to a Facebook page, and it gives you then the ability to read metrics and all sorts of marketing stuff that you can do. Answer your inbox, we did that, accept friend requests. Answer your inbox messages, so make sure that if people send you inbox messages, that you answer them. It's also the chat function, it works through your messenger app, which I didn't mention. Please make sure that you go into that inbox and look at, there's another tab which you can click, and there's actually might be some requests or interactions which you haven't seen yet. Go and look at those. There might be ministry opportunities and stuff that's been presented to you. Then we were talking about trolls. Don't entertain them. Be courteous. Answer them, but don't get into fights. And lastly, use mobile as a tool to keep being connected. You can't just connect with people once a day or once a week, which sometimes people do. I forgot one tip. So I mentioned 8 to you. There's one that I missed, and I see that now, is build a support group. So open a group on Facebook. If you teach leadership, open a leadership group on Facebook. Or if you minister to young women, open a young women support group, and you can call it all sorts of creative stuff. Open a support group, because Facebook groups is conducive to creating community, people interacting with each other and replying to you and all those kind of things. And those are my 9 ministry, we'll just get the title right, 9 Facebook ministry tips for pastor. Did you find it valuable? Do you have any tips that you want to share with me and the people watching this video? Share it below. You have any questions? Hashtag ask Pastor Ivan. No. Ask Ivan, and you can. I'll reply to them. Otherwise, just ask the question below in the comment. I like responding with video messages. So if you want that, very, very, very welcome to do that. I will see you in my next broadcast. I don't know where that's going to be. I'm going to try and be consistent in the future, but please, I like interaction. So if you found this valuable and you know a pastor or minister or associate that find value in this video, please share it with them. Tag them in the comments. Or just reply with a comment, even if you just say, I like this, I don't agree with that, whatever the case may be. But I love interaction, and it fuels my motivation to keep on doing it and bringing up the level of the content that I share with you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.